What's going on? It's your boy Beta Existence, and I am back to do another video for you guys. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys and show you guys how I do a straight razor lineup, as well as I'm probably going to take a little bit off of the top of my mustache. I was letting my mustache grow in, get a little bit thicker. I've been raising my lines. They just don't seem to be getting to the point where I want them to. Today, I'm going to break all the rules. I'm going to take the line of my mustache as well as my beard lines down just a hair. And I'm going to show you guys why I'm going to do that. Where I would like my lines to be and where they're ending up, they're two totally different stories. And I just want to show you why I've decided to do this. And it's taken me quite a bit of time to adjust. And I've gone through this cycle of raising my line, dropping my line back down, and I've done this a couple of times. I think right now I'm just going to go ahead and accept the fact that my line's not going to be exactly where I want it to be. However, I do want to look a little bit neater than I've been looking, so I'm going to go ahead and take that line down. So I would like this line to at least be right here at the corner of my mustache. Let me move in at the corner of my mustache and go over. But you can see on this side, I don't have any hair that grows right in this area, okay? The other side is looking a little bit better, so that's where I would like the line to be. It's just not working out for me. Also with my mustache, as you can see, I have an area right here where it doesn't grow. So I don't believe that my mustache is ever gonna be all the way up to this line here, and I'm gonna be able to come down and get my line to come around here to where I want it to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop it down. All right, so I'm explaining to you guys what I'm doing, and I'm gonna show you as I do it. So first things first, I'm going to use my Andes. And one of the things when you're doing your own beard maintenance, one of the reasons why I like to do things at home and use my own tools is because I'm also somewhat of a germaphobe, okay? Cat's out of the bag, I'm letting y'all brothers know now. So at home, I know that I can clean and take care of my clippers and my scissors and my razors. I know everything is fresh and clean, and I just feel a little bit more comfortable that way. But even when you're doing it at home on your own, you want to keep your clippers and everything clean. You want to keep them disinfected, and you want to keep them lubed up. So what I use is the Andes Cool Lube, okay? Clipper Plus. Now this is supposed to be a coolant, a disinfectant, a lubricant, a cleaner, and a rust preventer. Every time before and after I use these, I hit them with the spray. I'm gonna show you. It's pretty easy, okay? As you can see, my clippers, they've taken a couple falls. I've had these, man, I don't know, man. I probably had these for over 10 years, all right? And I am an Andes fan. I do need to get some replacement blades for this set here. I don't even remember what these are called, and I have these as well. They both need a new blade on them, all right? All right, so let's get started. Now, when you're doing this, less is more. And I'm gonna tell y'all when I start this video, pardon me on my eyes looking everywhere because I'm gonna be looking at my camera. It's front facing. I'm doing my lineup. I haven't done many of these on video, so my eyes are gonna be looking to where I can see my beard best, so I'm not always gonna be looking directly at y'all brothers. All right, first things first, I'm gonna get my mustache combed down so that I don't mess up and take any hairs off that I don't wanna remove or take off. And because I'm gonna line up the way I want to, I'm gonna comb my mustache away from the line so I don't cut off any hairs that I don't want to, all right? So I'm gonna comb my mustache going in towards my mouth on both sides. All right, this is a Kent comb. I'll put the link in the description And I'll pin it in the comment section of all of these tools. You can also find them in my Amazon shop. So I'm going to start off with this one, and I use this one first to get out any kinks before I go in with my mustache comb, because the teeth on this one are a lot smaller. I don't want to start off with this, run into any knots, and end up pulling any of my mustache hairs out. Besides the fact it's painful, I don't want to lose any of those hairs. Okay. So you see my mustache, I've been growing it up. It's a little bit higher here in the corners. I'm gonna taper those corners down a little bit and try and get my mustache to swoop down. So I've already started my line. Now I can go down a little bit farther to where I get rid of this spot here as well and go all the way down and create a fresh line. I've been looking, I've been leaving it for this long that I don't have to do everything all at once. And that's one of the ways you make big mistakes. So the way I do it is a way to minimize those mistakes by not trying to all at once go in deep and establish my line exactly where I want it. I'm gonna take it down a little bit, and I may even leave it for a couple of days before I come back and reassess it and decide whether or not I wanna take it down a little bit more. So this is the first starting point where I use the clippers. Then I'm gonna go in with the straight razor and I'm gonna finish it off, all right? Now those clippers are a little bit big, so I'm gonna go in with these are walls, little battery operated. They use double A's. I'm gonna have to take my hat off so that I can go ahead and fade the sides a little bit. Now, I did that pretty quick to establish where I want my line to be, but I do use a reference point. That way it's even on both sides. And the reference point I use is the top portion of my ear right here. So that's where my line's gonna be, and I do that on both sides, all right? So this is the scariest part for me, because what I need to do really is drop my line probably into this area. It would probably look the fullest if I dropped it all the way down to here and then just bent my mustache a little bit more and drop my line down to here. I'm not ready to do that yet. So I'm probably gonna come somewhere in this area where at least I have a little bit of coverage in here, and hopefully that'll thicken up over time. My next step is going to be to apply my invisible bump off invisible shave gel. And the reason why I use the invisible gel is for two reasons. Number one, I can see exactly what I'm doing. And number two, as I'm shaving, the shave gel is going to create a line, and I use that line as my guide. And I do one side at a time because I notice this will tend to dry up a little bit quicker if I do both sides, and by the time I get over here, it'll be dry. So I just do one side at a time. All right. This is my Parker straight razor. I just put a fresh blade in it, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. Drink of choice today is water. I needed something to, really what I needed was something that's gonna settle the nerves a little bit, but water's gonna do today. So basically what you want to do is, when you come around in this area, you want to stretch the skin. So you want to leave an area up here where you can grab the skin and you can actually stretch it. All right. So when I stretch the skin, and you want to be careful you don't stretch the skin too far, because when you let it go, it will leave a bigger indentation than you want right here. You kind of want that to swoop in a little bit. And the more you do this technique, the more you do it, the more you work with the straight razor, the better you get. My biggest problem is I am heavy-handed, so I do go a little bit heavier on my face than I would care to, but you know, it is what it is. Trying to get better. Looks like I nicked myself a little bit, which does happen. Now I'm just gonna get rid of the gel, see what I'm left with, see what it looks like. Now, I'm not trying to get it 100% perfect. I think that's where you run into trouble the most. So I'm gonna kind of leave my line manicured but natural at the same time, okay? And that's the excuse I use for not being as sharp as a barber would be when you go in and you see a barber drop some clean, fresh lines. The other thing too, the hair in this area of my face grows so fast that even if I were to put a sharp, crisp line on my beard today, 3-4 days from today, it's not gonna be sharp and crisp. So I don't really try to get it too perfect, because all I'll really be doing is cutting more into my beard, and it's gonna grow out in a couple days anyway. So I'd rather do it this way and then just work back in. So now I've wiped all the shaving cream off my beard, and now I'm going in with my beard dry, or my face dry. Okay, so that line looks probably about as good as I want it to look right now. Now, I didn't really show you, but I've been using the front of the razor as I go from here and I go up. And then I use the back portion of the razor when I'm hitting this area. So the front is kind of lifted up off my face a little bit, and I'm using the back portion. And when I'm over here, I'm using the front portion and kind of lifting the back end of the straight razor up a little bit. I'm good to go on that side. So you can see what the difference is of what I just did from that side to that side. So I really need to come down a little bit more on the mustache. I'm gonna play it safe, all right? Let's get to the other side now. You can see what I was talking about when I say that the clear shaving gel actually creates a white line, and then that white line becomes my guide and shows me how my line is looking. Even though it's not totally in my beard and creating a clean, fresh line, it could if I were to drop it down a little bit more, but I play a little bit more on the safe side. So that way, even if I do make a mistake, it's not going to be a very big mistake. think that's gonna be it. All right, I think that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna dry it off. Do the same thing with the beard dry. What you may notice, like when you're doing your line and you notice some hairs out of place, pay close attention to those hairs, because if they're longer, if you have some hairs that are longer than the other, it's going to look like you need to drop it more with your straight razor. But what you may need to do is go in with your clippers and fade those hairs in a little bit. All right, and that's also going to protect your line. So I'm going to go in now and remove those hard lines that I created with the Andes. So basically, I'm using the brios with the blade pretty much. It's all the way closed according to their settings, but there is a small gap at the top of the Andes. Hope you can see. All right, there you go. Get that hard line out. Then I'm going to open them all the way up, and I'm going to see, if you see in this area, how the hair kind of comes out. Just going to use the corner and hit that once or twice and see what I can get that to look like. All right. Looks like I need. What I did was I put a number 1 guard on, and that's what I used there. Perfect. Now, for me, this side is always a little bit harder because how I have to stretch the skin, I kind of block the light. So I block my lighting a little bit when I'm stretching the skin, so it makes it a little bit tougher for me to hit this side. But again, I always err on the side of caution. So even if I do make a mistake, it's not a huge one. All right, that's pretty much it. This video is pretty long. I am going to trim my mustache. It's gonna make the video too long, so I think I'm gonna do this in a 2-part series. I'm getting ready to trim my mustache, but I'm gonna cut this video here and I'm gonna start a new video so that I get my mustache, so you guys don't have to sit through a very long video, especially for the brothers out there that don't have a big mustache or don't intend on growing one. You got what you came here for. I showed you guys a straight razor lineup. That's how I do it. All the tools that I use I'm going to put them in the link in the description. I'll put my Amazon shop. You can go check them out there. But my two favorite, if you're going to be doing your mustache at all, are going to be these two combs. And of course, you know the other tools that I like. Once again, for all my subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, tap the subscribe button, tap the bell so you get notified every time I drop a video. And your boy Bearded Existence will be back at y'all again soon. All right? Y'all brothers stay blessed. Peace.